Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing your weekly energy reading. So we are going to take a look to see what energies are you going to be dealing with this next week coming up. So if you've got something big going on, if you don't have something big going on, these are going to be the energies that you'll be dealing with in your day-to-day life. This is going to kind of like people's moods and their attitudes are going to kind of reflect this energy. You might be kind of feeling this energy as well. Your mood and attitude might kind of reflect this as well. So I am giving you guys this nice little heads up so you know what you're going into this next week. We do this every single week on the channel. They drop on Saturday morning. So you guys have the weekend to take a look and kind of prepare mentally for what's coming up. So let's go ahead and jump in here. I have 4 piles for you guys to choose from. Each one has an herbal astrology oracle card with them. You'll be able to use kind of the cards, and then as well you'll have these crystals here that you can use too to determine what pile works best for you. So pile number 1, we have this dolomite crystal here. I'll kind of bring this up here so you can see your crystal a little bit better. Then pile number 2, we have this yellow jasper. Kind of let you see that a little bit better here. Pile number 3, we have this obsidian. Here is your crystal. And then pile number 4, we have this indigo agate. And here is your crystal. Now you might be called to just one of these piles. You might be drawn to multiple piles. Whatever you feel like is best, go with your gut, okay? That is going to lead you to the best outcome, lead you to the messages that you need to hear. So we are going to go ahead and get started. If you need to pause the video to give yourself a little bit more time to decide, feel free to do that. And I will see you guys in your readings. Bye. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this dolomite crystal, which is a crystal that has to do with the root chakra. It has to do with calming, grounding energy. So we'll place that there for you. And then the card underneath that was the calendula card. So this is card number 1. It represents purity, just like childlike fun, wonder, joy, happiness. You can see here it's ruled by the sun. We've got lots of bright sunlight coming in. We have this little child here. Notice a lot of times in these cards, particularly when we're talking about the sun and the major arcana or something that's ruled by the sun, we see a lot of nude figures, and that is because it's talking about vulnerability. So it's like this ability, it's like this ability, this feeling like you can actually be vulnerable within life. Like you feel comfortable being vulnerable. You feel comfortable being yourself. You don't feel like there's nothing being hidden from you either. Like we have the sun, it's nice and bright. It illuminates everything around us. There's nothing being hidden. There's no secret motives, anything like that. So that is kind of the energy here that I'm initially right off the bat picking up for you. Within this next week, I think you'll be dealing with people who are very forthcoming. I don't think you'll be dealing with any sort of energy that's sneaky or hard to read. With the light coming out of this door, or what it feels like the light coming out of this door, I feel like you're going to be receiving good news sometime soon. Same thing with this bird here. It's like a bird that comes in and it's like chirping and giving good news. I just feel like you're going to be hearing good news about something that you've been waiting on in this next week. But that is something that I'm seeing just right off the bat for you with this card. Let's put this over here. We'll get some tarot cards for you and get a little bit more information about what energy you'll be kind of coming into, dealing with, working with over this next week. Okay, I felt that, guy. All right, we will start with these and we'll go from there. So, Page of Pentacles, okay. The Emperor. We have, I'm going to leave that in reverse. like we found that, like we received that. I like to honor reverses with certain cards, and that is one of them. All right, here we go. Interesting to see all of this yellow and red here, especially with this card too. Lots of yellows, reds, but even, and it's interesting to see how this has worked with the crystal that you've chosen too. So I feel like you are absolutely coming into a period. It's like this next week, you're going to be filled with a lot of confidence, okay? That's something I'm seeing right off the bat, is confidence with your situation, confidence, just that's like the energy that you're going to be dealing with personally here. This Page of Pentacles figure, I see this as you. I feel like this is you here. I feel like there is a goal that you have been I'm gonna say chasing, but I don't feel like it's frantic chasing. There's this goal that you have been pursuing. I think that's a better word for it. There's this goal that you have been pursuing, most likely in your financial situation, with your career. And I'm hearing here that you're going to be getting good news about this. Number one, I think that you are going to be given an opportunity to really, I want to say, like, work your magic with this situation here, pile number one. I think that there are going to be a lot of, like, I want to say golden opportunities for you in this upcoming week. This energy is going to really work in your favor here. Pile number one, I think it's going to really work in your favor, where you're going to have these golden opportunities come in, and you're going to be able to like finesse this to where it works out perfectly for you, okay? I feel like this Emperor energy coming in, this does not feel like you, in my opinion. This feels like somebody else. There is somebody else coming in here to... They're gonna, I want to say, change the landscape. Maybe change the landscape of your life, change the landscape of your expectations of something going on here. They're going to come in and they're going to make a big change. They're going to offer you something, is what I'm feeling. I feel like there's going to be an offer coming in. So if you have been, maybe you've got this new career in mind, you've got this new job role, job position in mind that you've applied for, and you've been waiting to hear something. I almost feel like with this everything is fine card, it's like this is you laying in bed, looking at that job posting, looking through your emails, wondering if you've gotten anything, and you're really trying to, like, I'm fine, everything is fine. But it doesn't feel fine. You know, you've been really trying to stay ahead of this, or get ahead of your mental, like the mental spiral, like a possible negative spiral that you felt like you might be kind of going into, as you've been waiting to hear some sort of news back. But I think that news is coming in for you this next week, pile number one, and these swords are going to be falling out of your back. These swords are going to be falling out of your life. All this worry, this concern. I feel like too, something that I want to say is that I feel like you've been using like scrolling, like doom scrolling on your phone, maybe as a way to cope with some of this stress. And I'm just hearing just random message here. If that's you, let's put the phone down. Let's not use that to cope, okay? Or let's take a break from that. Take a little bit of a break from social media, okay? So take a look at how that's impacting your mental health. Maybe take some time to reflect on that, but let's put the phone away a little bit. Let's give ourselves a break. Let's give our eyes a rest. You know, maybe if you haven't been sleeping well, if that's you, I'm hearing that it's going to be important for you to disconnect from screens right before you go to bed, so that you can sleep much better. Possibly plug your phone in on the other side of the room if you need to. This is what I'm hearing for a select few of you. If this resonates and you feel like that's for you, then that's for you. If this is not resonating and you're like, I don't do screen time before bed, then don't worry about it, girl. It's not for you. So If that is for you though, take a break from your phone. Take a break from the doom scrolling. Stop and smell the flowers, because there's some amazing energy coming in for you this next week. Really positive energy. I think it's going to give you a huge boost of confidence too when this figure comes through and is like, hey, we want to offer you that position that you were wanting, and we're going to give you, we want to offer you even more pay for that than what you were initially asking for. We felt like you were lowballing yourself, devaluing yourself, and we really think you're worth more than that. And so we want to offer you a better compensation package, or, something like that. This definitely feels work related, like that's your main goal, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case for you. This could be, if you're studying, if you're in university or something like that, this could be you have your eye on this. You've got this exam coming up that you're really wanting to ace and you're really wanting to do well, or there's something like this, some sort of goal in that area of your life. And then there is like an authority figure coming in and saying, hey, I want to not just help you achieve that. I want to take you beyond that. I want to give you an opportunity to really show what you're made of, to really show how well you can finesse the situation. I want you to really be able to demonstrate your personal power. They're going to give you an opportunity to do that. And I think you're going to move out of this energy where you're just really stressed. You're up at night. Like I said, this feels very this is like doom scrolling here, where you're just scrolling because you don't want to deal, and I get it. But if you are someone who's doing that right before bed, I'm gonna need you to put that phone down. I'm gonna need you to meditate, read a book, just do something different, my friend, because the screen, particularly the screen right in your face, I mean, not only is it not good for our eyes and our brains, but I mean, it's not good for your mental health, I think we all know that social media and just all of that is not great for our mental health. And so I feel like this is just kind of reiterating that for some of you who might feel like you're, like I said, doom scrolling and trying to cope with life's ups and downs in that way. But moving on from that, this is overall the energy that I'm seeing for you here, pile number 1. I think you're going to have lots of success this week. I want to pull a couple more oracle cards for you as well. We can get some more tarot cards if we feel like we need to. So let's see what energy is pile number 1 going into. I feel this one and that one. So we have teamwork, and look how that came out. I just immediately put this over here, and this is like teamwork between you and this other person. You guys are gonna, there's this energy coming in. I realized you can't even see. My camera stand got bumped, and now everything's all wacky pack. And so just bear with me here, my friends, while I make sure you can see all of your cards, and you can probably hear the garbage truck in the background. I am sorry. Okay, so we're just gonna keep on moving. So we've got teamwork here. Yes, I feel like you two are definitely gonna be working as a team. Oh, and I love this little sun right here. Just kind of a reminder here. Just this is feeling that everything under the sun can be yours. This just bright, happy, joyful energy here. I feel like this person is going to really help you soar. Okay, that's really what I'm seeing here. That's an energy. It's like this next week you are going to be soaring. You're going to be flying high, pile number 1. This is so exciting for you. And then we have fear, and look how that came out right here. Okay, so let's talk about this one real fast with fear. Now, sometimes when we're soaring to incredible heights, when we get new opportunities, and especially new opportunities that are like above and beyond what we've initially asked for, it can be a bit scary, because we're like, whoa, okay, I was willing to do, I was willing to do that and reach for that, but that goal feels a little bit scary. This feels like the expectations are pretty high, a little too high maybe, is kind of what this fear is. But I want here I feel like you need to know that you are going to be able to finesse this, okay? You're going to be able to make this work. You have a lot of inner personal power that I feel like you're not totally flexing, okay? I want to say almost that it's like you've numbed out a little bit. I think you felt pretty powerless lately in life. Maybe, you know, and that might be kind of and I think that's like partially why maybe we've been doing some doom scrolling online. Maybe we've been doing some mindless social media interaction and absorption, I almost want to say. But I think that's why this is coming out here, especially after I've said let's not use that as a coping mechanism all the time, because that's not healthy for us. There are much better ways to cope with fear, with anxiety. That does not include just scrolling mindlessly on your phone, okay? So, I mean, I know it's like no one ever wants to hear the take a walk, like play with your pets, go outside, take a shower, do something nice for yourself to just kind of relax yourself, but you know, and get away from this doom scrolling, just sitting there mindlessly scrolling on your phone. It's just not good for you. It's not going to actually help the situation resolve, okay? Whenever there are situations that come up. But I do feel like with this fear card specifically, we're, I just, the yellow hat here is really popping out at me because we have all this different yellow and even this red here too. And it makes me think of this, like, this person here, they're in this red suit, they have this yellow crown. Do not be afraid of the opportunity that this person is bringing to you, okay? Don't be afraid of this opportunity that is coming in. I think it is going to be something that is above and beyond what you had initially hoped for. I think it's going to be, I don't know that beyond your wildest imagination, but beyond your wildest dreams is really the most accurate thing to say, like the most accurate phrase here for this. But it does kind of feel like it is going to be above and beyond what you were hoping for, even your best expectations. It is going to be above and beyond that for you, pile number one. With this scarecrow here too, it's like so the scarecrow is supposed to like, it's supposed to scare crows away. It's supposed to scare birds away, prevent them from eating the crops, you know, etc., etc. And I'm feeling here like, but you know, the scarecrow is actually, it's not a real person. It's actually fake, right? Now, I'm not saying this person's coming in with a fake offer. What I'm saying is the fear that birds have of the scarecrow is all in their minds. It's all in their head. There's not actually a real threat. This is not actually a real threat. It just might appear that way on the outside initially. Okay. So that's something that I feel like you need to know with whatever this is that's coming in for you specifically, is it might initially seem kind of scary. It might seem, it might seem scary up front, but I want you to know, your guides want you to know, with this thing coming up this next week in this energy, it is not as scary as it initially seems. Your initial gut reaction to this, your initial, like, the first thing that comes to your mind, the first thing that you feel, it's not, that's just anxiety, okay? That's just because this is above and beyond what you were actually thinking that you could realistically achieve, okay? So remember, this is not actually, there's no threat here, okay? There's no real threat. So do not be afraid to take this opportunity that's being offered to you, and run with that. Soar, fly with that, because that is what I'm seeing here. That's coming in for you, that would be in your best interest. Really take advantage of the situation, okay? Make it work to the best of your advantage, like make it work to your advantage 100%. I see here with this teamwork card, there's all these little red flowers here. We've got this red colored, this dolomite. Just kind of a gentle reminder here to remain grounded as well, okay? So this is going to be really exciting, big energy coming in is what I'm feeling here. And when exciting big energy comes in, we can find ourselves kind of getting a little bit worked up, a little frantic, like, oh my God, they, all this is happening and it's amazing things that's happening, but oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. I feel so overwhelmed because there's just so much, particularly if the offer is so much more than what you were initially expecting. Don't forget to stay grounded. Give yourself time to be grounded. Don't forget to take some time to kind of sit down, breathe, watch your breaths, just stay a little bit, come back down to the earth. You can land, come back down to the earth, stay grounded here through all this. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a whirlwind, but I think it's going to be really, really wonderful. Okay, it's going to be amazing. These are amazing opportunities coming in. This is an amazing energy to be going into with this next week, pile number 1. I'm super excited for you. Let's pull a final oracle card for you from the Women of Myth Oracle deck here. See if they have any final messages for you. This one wanted to pop out immediately. We have, okay, I'm gonna try my best to pronounce this. Pele, goddess, and it says the eruption. So let me pull her card her guidebook page real fast here. Let's see. Bear with me. There's no like table of contents or index or anything like that. There she is. Okay. So, goddess, the eruption. She is a Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes, fire, and rebirth. Oh my gosh. Look, all this sun, fire energy, new things, new opportunities knocking at your door. All this yellow. Okay, let's keep going. So the Hawaiian goddess of volcano, fires, and rebirth. She is a force of nature, both literally and figuratively. She is a deity that people refuse or deny at their own peril. So she is a force to be reckoned with. I think that this is telling you that you are a force to be reckoned with. And that's kind of something I see with the 7 of Swords is you are a force to be reckoned with, pile number 1. You have a lot more power and energy. You have a lot more power and energy, I think, than what you realize here. I think that's why it felt like with this everything is fine card, when you're doom scrolling on your phone, it's like you're giving your power away. You're allowing the situation, whatever it is you're trying to cope with, you're allowing it to kind of take your power away, make you feel powerless, and you just sit here and you just try to like forget what's happening, what's going on here. Same thing with this fear card here too. Don't be afraid of your own power. I think that a lot of times we can't see personally all the power that we have, and it's something that other people will recognize in us, but we don't necessarily recognize in ourselves, particularly if we are lacking a little bit of confidence, a little bit of self-confidence, self-esteem. I think that this figures fully recognizes your potential, your inner power. And I think that this goddess card being pulled for you, I think this is a reminder to step into that power. Okay, we also have, we have the sun there as well. So this is a reminder to step into this power, to fully recognize your own power. Allow yourself to sit in this energy too. Don't be afraid of your own power. Don't be afraid of this new opportunity coming in that's going to seem like it's too good to be true. It's not too good to be true. It is here for you because you are a very, very powerful being. You're a very powerful person. You have a lot to offer, and I think that is finally being recognized, and you are going to be moving out of this energy that you've been in previously that's felt really stuck, really stagnant, kind of just maybe felt like you're just kind of waiting around for the right news. We're moving past that for you this next week, and we are moving into this beautiful energy of being able to step into your own power and have that be recognized by someone externally in your life and give you opportunities to really flex that. So this is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching your reading. Please remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss your weekly energy readings. Like the video if it resonated for you, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what it is that you're working on here, as well as any topics you'd be interested in seeing here on the channel. So I wish you all the best, pile number 1, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the yellow jasper crystal, and this is your oracle card here. It is number 15, Yarrow, with the keyword harmony. It is ruled by Venus, okay? So we've got some balance here. Yarrow, it was used for a lot of divinatory spells, divinatory work, not just in, I would say, not just in like European culture, but also in Chinese culture as well. That's kind of what the crane here is talking about. So here is this card. Talks a lot about harmony. Like I said, harmony, balance, divine guidance a little bit too. So we are going to put this over here. We are going to get your tarot cards too. We'll look in and see what energy it is that you're going to be working with this next week. I already feel like balance and harmony are coming in. And I think too, you chose the yellow jasper, and the yellow jasper represents the or kind of works with the solar plexus chakra. So this is a chakra that talks all about confidence, vitality, manifestations. And that's kind of, and you know, it's interesting, manifestations is something and that I kind of thought about. And then I almost see like this hand like holding this out here, holding this guidance out, this divine guidance, this almost like offering you your manifestation. So let's take a look here. We'll get your tarot cards, find a little bit more about this energy that you're going to be coming into this next week. So what energy will pile number 2 be working with us next week? This one and this one. All right. We have the Fool. We have 8 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The energy that you're going to be working with this next week, pile number 2, I'm seeing that it's this like you've got this new thing happening around you. I think it's like this you're really enthusiastic about something here. And I'm seeing too with this Yarrow card, I see that on this journey, it's like you're starting a new journey. You've got a lot of enthusiasm for this. I think you're starting a new manifestation, because whenever I see the hand upright like this, it reminds me of all of the tarot cards that are the aces. So like, you know, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. They all have their hands open, like you're being given the tools that you need in order to go to do something with those, to go forth and create something new. Okay, that is kind of what I'm feeling here with this one. It's like you are being given the tools needed in order to go on this journey here, this new thing that you are going after. Now, the energy that I'm seeing here for you, first of all, I think that it's important to note that you're going to have to, and you may already know this, but you're going to have to walk away from something. This week, you will be walking away from something that has not served you. I think you know what this something is. I'll pull a couple more cards to get a little bit of clarification as to what this is. Because that's what I'm seeing here with this Eight of Cups and this Three of Swords. You're walking away from something that has not served you, that has actually been a bit of a disappointment, maybe even caused a little bit of heartbreak for you, pile number 2. And I think I think you're starting this new phase. I think the energy is finally moving for you so you can get out of this situation. I think maybe there's some acceptance that has finally occurred so that you can move away from this and you can keep moving on with your life here with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune keeps turning. Things keep moving. What goes up must come down, and vice versa. What goes down is going to eventually come back up. So what I'm seeing for you is it's this shift in energy, and this is a pretty major thing here going on in your life. We have the Fool card, we have the Wheel of Fortune. These are like major arcana cards. So this is not something I would say that you're scratching your head going, I'm not quite sure what this is. I have a feeling this is something that's pretty big. It's really interesting too. Before we jump into getting clarifiers for these, something I'm noticing here is on both sides of these cards have really dark colors. You can see that we've got some red, and then we have like this really dark gloomy color. But then on both sides of these, we have this really bright yellow color. Plus you chose the yellow jasper, which talks about our solar plexus chakra, talks about confidence, vitality. We then have this card over here that was underneath that, that's talking about harmony, divine guidance, balance, even here with the scales. Okay, so that's something that I see that you're it's like you're, let's see, it's like you're moving out of this. You're walking away from this darker energy, and you're moving into this much lighter energy. The wheel is turning for you. Things are turning around for you. You've just got to move out of this darker energy here. And I think that that's what's happening for you over this next week, is you are going to be divinely guided, divinely inspired to go ahead and take that first step. And actually, it's interesting. I know that this is supposed to be the shadow, the edge of the cliff, but it's like she's just totally walking over this shadow here. Like and that's what it makes me think of when I see these cards here. Just visually is what I'm feeling, like what I'm seeing here is that it's like you're just moving around. It's like you're moving over this. You're just moving on. You're going your own way. You're moving on to the next thing. You're done with this energy. And I think that's happening for you this week, pile number 2. Let's get just a few clarifiers here for you about this Eight of Cups and Three of Swords energy. I'm feeling this little guy here too. So we'll do those. Let's see here a little bit more about this energy. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Two of Cups. And we have the Page of Cups. Very interesting. This feels like this might be a relationship. This is a relationship with somebody, most likely. Not necessarily a romantic relationship, though it very much could be. But this does feel like this is something to do with the way that you relate with others. This is some sort of relationship that you've cultivated here. I feel like, this situation, it's like a choice was made. Okay, a choice was made. Oh my gosh, look at this, you guys. This says Yarrow right here. Yarrow, love tonic. We have the Yarrow card right here as well. That is, okay, that's a pretty cool little confirmation. Pretty cool little, let's see, what else does this say? It's, okay, so pretty cool little confirmation there. Pretty cool little, synchronicity there for you. Let's look at this one as well, this Page of Cups. Interesting. Okay, I just wanted to see if there was anything else, but that's so cool. Okay, so yes, there was balance and harmony that I feel like was trying to be struck here with this situation, and it just wasn't happening. I think that was promised in this situation for you. You chose this situation because you thought that this would bring balance, harmony, love, light, happiness into your world. That's something you were searching for. You were looking for that. You were searching for that. That was like your quest. You were kind of on a quest to find some sort of, like I said, this really feels like love. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but it feels like you were searching for something, someone to kind of help bring some balance and harmony into your life. But I feel like that just did not work out like you thought it would. It's ended in a little bit of heartbreak, some disappointment here, and you're ultimately deciding now is the time to walk away from these cups, this choice, these choices that I've made here, because it's no longer serving me. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for new energy to come in. I'm ready to move on, let the wheel turn, move on to the next thing. And that is something that I'm really seeing here. So I think that's the energy that you're coming into 100%. Pile number 2, you're moving away from this darker energy. You're choosing to walk away, and you're choosing to walk into something. It almost feels like it's like you're leaving this behind, and it's like you're choosing to, begin the rest of your life or something. That's really the feeling that I'm getting here for you. With this next week, I think walking away from the situation is going to be life-changing for you in a really positive way. I think it's going to cultivate you're going to cultivate a lot of self-confidence and like much better self-esteem, because you'll look back and you'll go, wow, I really said, I'm not doing that anymore. And I really walked away from that, and I don't put up with that anymore. I don't put up with this stuff anymore. I don't put up with this energy anymore. So that is really, really awesome. Pile number 2, let's get a couple more oracle cards for you here. Let's see, let me grab these. They don't want to come off the table. Okay. So what energy is pile number 2? This one wanted to come out. Upheaval. Yeah, I think that's kind of the situation here. I mean, there's going to be, like, when you walk away from something, there is a little bit of an upheaval that occurs, right? Because you're walking away from that situation. You're changing something. That's what this feels like. It feels very much like a change coming in. So yes, I think this situation, there's upheaval, but I think it's of your own doing. You have control over it. It's something that you are choosing to do. It's definitely not something that is happening to you, okay? You're making it happen for yourself. So that is definitely something that I'm seeing here. It's gonna be this major energy shift. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that now. Warn you to a certain extent. This is going to be a major energy shift, but it is going to be so much better for you in the end. I think this is something I feel like this is something you're almost looking forward to. Honestly, you're going, yeah, I'm so ready to get out of that energy. I'm so ready to get away from that person, away from that situation. I'm so ready to start something new. I think you have a really good positive outlook on life after this. I can really see that here with the Fool, and that's so refreshing. Pile number 2, I think you are going to find yourself feeling really refreshed and happy at the end of this situation. And I think even honestly by the end of this week, when you've finally made this decision, committed to letting go of this and moving on and allowing this upheaval to occur. Let's get a final card here for you from the Women of Myth Oracle deck. See if they have any advice or a message for you. All right. We have a Targotis. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. And it says the flow. So I'm going to get in the book. Guidebook. We'll take a look and see a little bit more about this goddess and what her message is for you here. Let's see here. Here she is. So open-mindedness, protection, and well-being. She's a mermaid goddess in ancient Syrian lore. She inspired an army of oppressed and enslaved minorities to fight for freedom during the First Servile War, and her priestesses were transgender women. So it invites you to consider multiple viewpoints, rely on your intuition, and then act from there. So I think this is really talking about freeing yourself from this situation here, whatever this is for you specifically. This really feels like a relationship, doesn't necessarily have to be, but I think this is here as your ultimate inspiration here to move out of this feeling, because I feel like you've kind of felt trapped. You've kind of felt stuck here. And so this final message for you is just encouragement to get yourself unstuck. You don't have to be a slave to this situation anymore. You don't have to stay in this energy anymore. This week, the energy of this week for you coming up is going to open doors and allow you to fully step out of the shadow, step away from the shadow, and move on to bigger and brighter things. But that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching the reading. I want to thank your guides for coming through with this message for you. If this reading, if it gosh, my words left, you guys. It left my brain. If this reading resonated for you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps so much and allows me to keep putting these readings out for you guys. If you have any topics, anything you'd like to see on the channel, leave that in the comment section down below. I'd be happy to start incorporating that, or to incorporate a reading for you into our ones that we do every single week. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I wish you all the best in this situation, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this obsidian crystal, and this is your card here. Now, I want to apologize for kind of having to ruin the vibe of the card by covering it up. We had some nudity on the card that I just, YouTube, you know, just all the things. So had to cover that up. But the Kava Kava card here, it is ruled, this herb is ruled by Pluto. It's ruled by the moon. It represents community, family, finding your tribe, creating a family of your choice. Like, you know, we're not always born into the family that we need, but we can like create our own family, you know. Family's not always just who you're born into, who you're born with. But it's who you create, who you want to be your family. So that's kind of the energy here with this card. You can kind of see that here. Kava Kava it is an herb that was considered to be gifted to the Polynesian people by their gods. So really interesting background on that card. I am feeling this energy of community, of friendship for you coming up in this next week. It's this card gives, like, your reading in general, this card, your reading, it feels very serene. It feels very chill, but it's like, it feels very happy. It's like this very positive, happy, chill, flowing vibe here. And that is kind of what I'm feeling for this week coming up for you. That's the energy that I think that you will be working with this next week. But let's pull some tarot cards. Let's pull some more oracle cards. Let's get a little bit better idea of what it is that you will be coming into this next week, what energy you'll be working with, what energies will be around you, what energies will be impacting people around you. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Find out a little bit more about what energy pile number 3 is going to be working with. Okay. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Magician. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Lovers. Oh, you guys, your reading is beautiful. Okay. Interesting that we're talking here about Kava Kava and community. It's like creating your own community, creating your own family. but not necessarily having children to create your own family, but creating your own circle of people that are so close to you. They're so near, like you love them so much. They're so near and dear to you that you consider them your family, okay? It's interesting to see that. And then we have the Magician and the Ace of Cups here. So I think that the energy coming in is you are let's see, the energy you'll be working with, it's like you are going to be able to find that family that you've been looking for, to kind of find your tribe. The people that you choose that also choose you is what I'm seeing here. That's the energy that you're going to be working with. This is a really beautiful energy. I feel like you've been working pretty hard trying to find your tribe, trying to find the people in your life who, really interesting, my candle's like doing this crazy flickering light thing as we're talking about this. I think this is some really strong energy coming in for you. Pile number 3. You've been working on trying to find your tribe. You've been working on trying to find there it goes again, trying to find your tribe. I don't even have a fan on. I'm not even breathing over there, you guys. Trying to find your tribe, trying to find the people who matter most to you, trying to find people who choose you just as much as you choose them. I feel like you're the type of person who gives 110% to the people that you care about and the people that you love. But I think that you come across a lot of people who don't reciprocate that. They don't give that back. And I think that that's, obviously that's very painful. It's very hurtful to be in that situation. So I'm seeing here with the Magician, with the Ace of Cups, you're going to be able, this week, energy is going to flow. You're going to be working with an energy that is going to allow you to begin truly finding the people who choose you just as much as you choose them. Okay, so that is something that I'm seeing here for you. Pile number 3 right off the bat. This is really beautiful energy. I'm really excited for you too, to find your tribe, to find your people who love you for you. I think it's something that you've been searching for quite a while. You've been searching for quite a while, and the energy is finally right for that. Pile number 3. It's finally right. I'm like getting chills. It's finally right for that. It's finally right. It's just the right time for you to start moving towards these people, and these people are going to be moving towards you. This is a really, really beautiful reading, beautiful energy here, and I know too with the Lovers card, this is major arcana. These are people who are going to be coming into your life, and they're not going to be leaving to a certain extent. I mean, I'm not saying, I guess if if things don't work out and you don't want them to stay in your life, obviously, you have full control over that. You're the master of your reality. Okay. You control that situation. But I think that these are going to be people that like I said, I feel like you've encountered people who they come into your life, they kind of take what they want from you, you kind of serve their purpose, and then and then they just leave. I don't feel like that's the case here. Like I said, these are people who are choosing you just as much as you choosing them. They're choosing to prioritize you just as much as you choose to prioritize them. Okay, so that's something that I'm seeing here for you. Pile number 3. Let's get a couple more oracle cards for you. A little bit more information about this energy that you're going to be working with this next week. Feeling this one, mimicry. Okay, let me move this. My camera moved a little bit between my last reading I did and this reading. So I'm like tending to place my cards in kind of the wrong spot. Okay, so we have mimicry here. All right, I am going to grab the guidebook real fast. I haven't actually pulled this card before. I want to see what it says here for you for this. Give me just a moment. Okay, so I've got the guidebook for this. I've pulled this up for you. So this says, mimicry says, the crow's call was so human-like that it convinced the dog that it was its guardian calling out. Okay. Although most cases are found within domesticated crows, like parrots, crows have an ability to mimic sounds from voices to sirens. Mimicry may indicate that someone is trying to sound or pass themselves off as something other than themselves to gain favor or your attention. You may need to ask yourself if this individual is showing you their authentic self or simply pretending to be something you find more attractive. Okay, love this for your reading, because you're on a quest here to find someone, to find your tribe, to find people who will love your authentic self just as much as you love their authentic self. I think this mimicry card here is a little bit of advice here. I don't believe it's a warning necessarily. I don't think that you're not, I think it's just some general advice here for you to make sure before you jump head first into I don't know if accepting someone, before you jump head first into bringing someone into your inner circle, really pouring out your heart to them, really, being very vulnerable and open with them, make sure that you use your gut, use your intuition, feel them out. Are they being authentic with you? I think this is something that you have come up against in the past when you've been trying to find your tribe. You've been trying to find the people who will support you and give to you just as much as you support and give to them. Make sure, I think that you've come across people who are fake. Okay, they pretend to be something they're not. And maybe it's one of those things where it's not even like they have some sort of negative, malicious intentions. It's just that they have very people-pleasing tendencies. And I feel like you're someone who maybe doesn't have that to that same extent. You're very comfortable being your authentic self. And this is kind of what's made it challenging to find a group of people who are also their authentic selves. And you've had a hard time relating to people sometimes. I feel like, be aware as you go through this journey, this energy coming up for your week, this energy that you're going to be working with. Be aware that there are people who are going to pretend to be something they're not in order to be close to you because they see that you have something valuable to offer. Okay, so I'm not saying to not be vulnerable. I'm not saying to be closed off. I'm just saying to be mindful that not everybody has pure intentions like you do. Not everybody has that. Not everybody is going to be their authentic self. There are many, many people out there who are very, very uncomfortable being who they actually are. Okay, and they feel like they need to be something that they're not in order to make other people like them, make other people happy. But what ends up happening with that is they end up not meshing well with these other people that they found because they weren't their authentic self to begin with. So I feel here the message here with this card is to watch out for people doing that. And also I'm hearing to not do that yourself in this quest to find your community, okay? It is sometimes easier to pretend like we're something we're not in order to fit in. But when you do that, you're not finding people who like you for who you really are. They like you for this air that you're putting on, this mask that you've put on, okay? You don't want that. So I'm seeing here that the advice going into this week, because that's what I really feel like this card is for you, is advice to not, to vet people before you really let them into your inner circle, and to not pretend to be someone that you're not in order to gain somebody's friendship or their approval, in order to get them to choose you. Don't be someone that you're not, because they won't be choosing your authentic self, because that's not who you presented. And it's a bit unfair to present something other than who we authentically are and then be upset that when we do finally decide to show who we truly are, someone is not into that. It doesn't mesh with them. It doesn't vibe with them. And they go, oh, well, I thought you were like X, Y, and Z, but you're really like A, B, and C, and that just doesn't really work for me. So make sure that you're being authentic so that you can find people who are also authentic and genuinely like you for who you are and will choose you for who you are. Okay, pile number 3. Let's get a final message for you here. from the Women of Myth Oracle deck. Just a final message about this energy. This is really beautiful, coming in and trying and like working to find, working to find your own tribe, your own community, creating that within your life. This is so amazing. Just don't forget to be authentic and to make sure that people are being authentic with you, okay? Let's go ahead and get this final card for you. Final message from a goddess, heroine, or monster. And we have, oh man, you guys, I'm gonna butcher this one. Takane. That's my best effort. She is a heroine, and let's see, it says the adventurer. So I'm gonna get her pulled up here in our guidebook. Bear with me here. We will find her. Okay, so Takane, heroine, adventurer, victory, responsibility, reward. Her story is she's the daughter of a great chief. She travels around the African continent to slay she travels around the African continent to slay a mythical dragon-like creature, a quest that's usually reserved for men. She conquers the monster and is given a hero's welcome on her return. Her advice is be bold, seek out adventures. You're not too young, too old, too big, too small, too much, or too little of anything to get started. Live your life on your own terms. Give yourself an incredible quest of your own. Yes, be authentic. And something else that I felt like too when I was reading, you're not too old, you're not too young, you're not too big, et cetera, et cetera. To find a new friend group. You're not too old to make new friends, okay? You're not too old for a fresh start, all right? You're not too much. You're not too little of anything either. Be yourself, and that will attract your tribe. That will attract the right people into your life who will choose you every time, just as much as you've chosen them, okay? This is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 3. This is the energy that I see that you're going to be working with over this next week. Thank you so much for watching your reading. I want to thank your guides for coming through with this message. If this resonated for you, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. It helps so much. And if you have any topics that you would like to see on the channel, leave those in the comment section down below. I absolutely respond to every single comment that I get on my videos, and I am making a list of requested topics, and we are going to go through those one or so a week. I'll sprinkle them in, and we will get to all of those. So leave any of those in the comment section down below. I wish you all the best with this upcoming week, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye, pile number 3. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Indigo Agate, and this is your card associated with that. We'll put this over here for you. The Milk Thistle, number 23, and it says peaceful warrior. Now this herb is ruled by Mars and the moon. It was used to cure melancholy. It was also used as an offering to the spirits for protection as well. Here it's interesting, we have this badger, so it's this very fierce energy, particularly with Mars, but then we have this soft, gentle energy as well with the moon. This gentle, like, intuitive energy here. So let's pull some cards. We'll learn a little bit more about the energy that you're coming into this week, the energy that you're going to be dealing with. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get started with that. So we're gonna pull some tarot cards. Oh, okay. This guy wanted to come out. We did those. I'll get one more for you, and it's that one and this guy too. Okay. So let's start with your tarot. You have the Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, Seven of Wands, King of Cups, and Two of Pentacles. Okay, let's see. I want to make sure we have room for all of our cards here for you. Okay, Pile number 4. Okay. I am seeing here your upcoming week. Okay. First of all, I feel like there's going to be something that's offered to you here. Queen of Pentacles, this card in this particular deck, it looks like she's offering something, okay? That's really what it looks like. That's being offered. It's like luxury, stability, comfort is being offered to you in some way over this next week. I think this energy you're coming into I think it's going to be important to find balance here, okay? I think it's going to be important to find balance. I think there might be a little bit, I think I don't know if I'd say there's going to be a little bit of conflict that involves you specifically. I just feel like there is going to be this energy here. People might be a little bit more confrontational is kind of what I'm hearing here. People might be a little more confrontational. I think it's going to be really important for you to maintain a balance here between it's like I feel like this card really, the Mars and Moon, right? So the moon is this very gentle feminine energy. It ebbs and it flows. We have, the moon has cycles, all of that. And then we have Mars. Mars is this fiery energy. Mars is this very masculine, go get it energy. The god of Mars was the god of war. And so I think that's why this is like the peaceful warrior here is what this card represents. And I see that that's kind of what you're being expected to kind of uphold over this next week. I see is this balance between peace and like emotional maturity, emotional stability here, and not taking people's shit. Is kind of what I'm feeling here for you. Is there's this balance here, and I feel like the Queen of Pentacles, it's like it's like this is a gift, okay? I feel like you personally have a gift where you are able, like you're very much the do no harm but take no shit type of personality. I'm just feeling that right off the bat for you. You really don't, like, it's just this very gentle, kind energy, like the type of person, like I said, who wouldn't hurt a fly unless that fly was giving you problems, type of situation here. Like I said, do no harm, but take no shit. That's kind of what I'm seeing here for your weekly energy coming up, is there is this call to be balanced here, okay? I think that this might happen somewhere at work. It's possible that this could happen with work, so work, your studies, whatever Pentacles kind of means for you, because like, when I was in university, Pentacles for me really meant my studies. It really meant school. That's really what it kind of represented for me. But then once I graduated and moved into the workforce, then it became like more representative of my career, of my workplace, of my coworkers, etc., my finances, stuff like that. So I feel like this is quite possibly in the realm of your finances, in the realm of your job, in the realm of whatever is considered work for you, whether that's your own business, whatever that is, okay? I feel like there's this call to remain balanced here, okay? Like I said, like we're seeing that this is very much talking about balance. Temperance absolutely talks about balance. Two of Pentacles talks about balance here. And then we have like this King of Cups card. He's very, like, the King of Cups is very confident, emotionally mature, emotionally vulnerable, emotionally available, okay? Very grounded, but also in tune with their emotions. They're very grounded in reality, though. Seven of Wands talks about, conflict, of people giving you problems, of coming up against some sort of issue. Now, I think it's interesting on this particular deck, the Seven of Wands actually has two figures here coming up against it. You have one figure who's actively wielding the wand. Usually in most imagery, we don't have this additional person here, but I'm seeing them here. So this might be something, this might be a situation where you're going to be, there's going to be someone on your side with all of this too. Like, I'm feeling like there's another person that you will be doing this little bit of a journey with, okay? This call to remain balanced here. This almost feels, to a certain extent, and you know, if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. It's a very specific message, but it almost feels like this is like you and a significant other against the world. That's kind of what this feels like. You know, there's some sort of something that has happened and you guys are a team, you're in it together. And this is just and you notice he's having to balance on these rocks here too. I'm seeing more balance there. This guy is actually standing in a boat in like a marina. So there's balance there. I think this is just, there's a huge call this week to move with balance, to remain balanced, balance between fiery, take no shit energy and gentle, do no harm energy is what I'm seeing here. And this is most likely going to come up in your career, material, like wealth, finances, something like that, okay? Whatever Pentacles tends to mean for you personally. In your situation, that is where I'm seeing this happening. So this is the energy that you're going to be dealing with this week. There might be a little bit of conflict. There might be people who want you to put up with their BS. I'm seeing here, like I said, do no harm, but take no shit. Don't allow people to cross your boundaries, okay? Because that's what this looks like. They're very much holding their own, holding their boundaries here. Don't let people cross your boundaries. Don't let someone else throw you off balance either. If you're moving through this week, okay, and things are happening, things are occurring, and you find that you yourself, you're being very level-headed, you're remaining very balanced, you're very level-headed, you're not getting yourself worked up, you're, letting the things that don't matter, you're letting those pass by, you're not worried about them, you're maintaining your boundaries, and doing what you need to do in order to maintain those and protect those, but you're not reactive. But if you're not reactive, you're doing well. But if you have someone who is on the more reactive side, someone who is being a little bit more reactive, I feel like this is a heads up here. Don't let them knock you off balance, okay? Because you can see here, he's having to balance on these rocks here while he's trying to like deal with all these other wands pointed at him. And you've got this woman here who is just like grasping his leg, almost like could easily knock him off balance if he's not mindful of that, right? So I feel like this is just a call to be mindful that throughout this week, when you have situations come up that could knock you off balance, maintain that balance, like I said, between the gentle moon and the god of war, okay? Maintain that balance and don't let someone else knock you off balance. Don't let someone who might even be on your side, because she's on your side, someone who's in your corner, they might try to get you hyped up, okay? They might try to get you freaked out, afraid, worried. Don't let them knock you off balance, okay? I'm not saying to knock them off the rocks and kick them out or anything extreme, because the whole thing here is balance here. I'm just saying that, you might have to set someone straight and say, hey, you're panicking and you're freaking out, or you're being really confrontational about the situation, and it's not necessary. I've got this. I know what's going on. We're just staying balanced here. There's no need to be there's no need to panic. There's no need to freak out, okay? So there's no need to be confrontational. Like I said, whatever the situation is, just don't let somebody else knock you off balance while you go through this week, because I see that you're going to be set up for success with this, okay? You're going to be set up with success. I feel like you have the right personality for this too, but just maintain this balance between this gentle energy and this fiery energy, while you maintain your boundaries, while you deal with just the mundane everyday life, things that happen as you go forward with this next week. Let's get an oracle card here for you. We'll get a couple oracle cards here to kind of finish this out. I'm feeling, oh, those two both want to come out. So we'll do these. We have play and mischief. Okay. All right. So play. All right. Let's talk about that. I think the call here with play is to not allow this, because I feel like this is kind of serious. It's not big stuff, okay? It's not big picture stuff. But there is a call here to not be too serious about it, okay? I think that's partially what this peaceful warrior balancing act between fiery energy and calm energy. I think that's what this is saying here partially, is like, don't be too serious about this either. Remain balanced, and you're not going to have to worry about it so much, okay? Maintain this sense of like fun, this sense of innocence, almost this sense of play. Allow yourself to still enjoy life as you go through, as you deal with this week and whatever little things may come up, okay? Allow yourself to enjoy that, all right? And just play, even when it's pouring, even when you feel like there's, I see too with like, I mean, it's like the milk coming out of the thistle here. But I feel like even if it's raining, even if it seems gloomy, even if this week you're like, oh my God, what a week, bro. Listen, it's your guides want you to know it's really important to remain lighthearted, because this too shall pass. This energy, it's coming in, but it's moving out too. And the thing is you don't want to, I feel like I'm hearing like you don't want to take it too seriously here, because if you take it too seriously, if you take it to heart, if you don't remain balanced with your heart and mind in this situation here, you get yourself too worked up, you're gonna find yourself, honestly, what I'm hearing is you're going to feel a little bit silly when this moves out and you go, wow, I got all hyped up over that. I think that that's what this is, the type of energy that this is for you, pile number 4. So remember to still play. Remember to still enjoy life. Remember to still have fun this week, okay? Don't take it too seriously. Mischief, too, I kind of feel like is a lighthearted card in this particular situation as well, coming out with play, okay? I guess I'm going to say the obligatory, like with the situation, watch out for anybody who might be kind of, a bit of a trickster, someone who might not be, be what they really are. Like on the surface, the situation might seem like one thing, but deep down it might be something different. Someone might be trying to pull one over on you. That's the obligatory, just in case you feel like that might apply to your situation. But personally, honestly, what I'm feeling with this reading is this mischief is like you getting up to a little bit of mischief, you having a little bit of fun, maybe you having a little bit of fun with this situation and not taking it so seriously. Maybe you being the one who gets up to a little bit of mischief, okay, makes it a little bit of a game here with whoever is pushing your buttons, is pushing your boundaries. Maybe you get up to a little bit of mischief here. I'm going to let that sit just how it is, because honestly, that's kind of what I feel like this is saying, is it's like, have fun with this. Don't take it super seriously, because like I said, it's going to pass. This energy is going to be here this week. It's going to go. Okay. So be a little bit lighthearted about it, get into a little bit of mischief, but find some balance between that peaceful, gentle energy and that warlike warrior fiery energy, okay? Let's get a final card for you from the Women of Myth Oracle deck here. See if they just have, oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Final message for you. As soon as I thought I saw the one, this one came flying out and said, no. So we have, I'm going to butcher it, I'm sure. Please forgive me. It is El Nadaha, Monster the Illusion. So let's find out here. I'm going to pull I'm going to pull the page for her from her guide, or from the guidebook here. Okay, so the monster, she's a monster. She's considered a monster in the myths. It says the illusion. Her keywords are transparency, awareness, and cognition. She stalks the banks of the Nile at night, looking for men to bewitch, hypnotize, and drown. That feels a little bit mischievous, doesn't it? Okay, let's see. It says, when you pull her, I'm not going to butcher her name again, you must bring full awareness to your situation. You must be willing to look at it objectively and call it by its name. This is how you accept ownership. This is how you hold agency. This is how you come through the obstacle stronger. Okay, so I feel like this is just saying here, and maybe this is a little bit of a confirmation for those of you who felt like mischief, like whatever the situation is that you're going to be dealing with this next week, this energy, where you felt like actually the mischief card might mean for me that, you know, this other party is going to be up to something. If that was you, this is your confirmation here that might be the case. To look into things deeply, bring full awareness to the situation, okay? Kind of, you know, see, and I'm hearing too, see both sides also. I feel that with like this whole balance thing that we've talked about, seeing both sides of the story, of the coin, of the situation here. Don't be afraid to take ownership. Like I said, taking ownership, it just feels like maintaining boundaries to me. Don't forget, like, don't let somebody push your boundaries and prevent you from being able to maintain those boundaries with someone, okay? But this is the energy that I am seeing for you, pile number 4. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I want to thank your guides for coming through with this these messages for you. If this resonated with you, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, helps so much. And if you have any topics, anything that you'd like to see on the channel, leave those in the comments down below. I will absolutely add those. I have a list that I've compiled of different requests. We'll be doing a requested video at least once a week. Probably once a week is kind of what I'm feeling. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I wish you all the best in this upcoming week, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.